Kick is up, has the accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield. Spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. There we go. Mic's working now. This is very. One sec. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. We're wrapping up week 8 with Monday Night Football. It's the Commanders. It's the Chiefs. I spent literally the entire time the intro was going, getting everything set up, because I lost track of time. So, yeah, even the scoreboard's messed up right now. That's still set up for last night. There we go. All right, the Commanders are getting ball first in this one. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 5. As you can pass the 25, past the 30, 35, past the 40, and down to the 43. A great return there from Luke McCaffrey. And the Commanders, led by Marcus Mariota, will begin from there. Welcome on in. Yeah, I just set to go live, put on the intro, and instantly ran downstairs to get a drink and set everything up. So, yeah, it was fun. All right, so first play from scrimmage, Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to each side. 3 receiving options to the left, man in motion left to right, that is McLaurin. As Mariota looks to throw, pass right side will be caught up to about the 49. That is Deebo Samuel on the reception. Nice. Nigga, I know part of the reason why him and Tree didn't do a collab stream last night was because he's dealing with internet stuff. He's just been busy after the move. Don't blame him. Mariota in shotgun back to his left, going to hand this off up the... No, keep it himself left side. And Mariota will get close to the first, but not quite there. A 3rd and inches coming up. All right, so an early third down here for the Commanders. Mariota in shotgun back to his right. The give up the middle will get enough for the first up to about the plus 45. They keep the chains moving. That is Krotsky Merritt on the carry. See how this drive can go. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, receiving options to the right. Commanders only have 7 points on opening drives this season, as they're going to play action and look to throw. Mariota with time, a dump off left side to Debo is going to get up to about the 40, maybe the 41. All right. So now 2nd and 5. Mariota in shotgun back behind him. Making some adjustments at the line. Ball on the plus 40. The give up the middle, and that is going to get about 2. Yeah, only about 2 on the play. All right. Mariota in shotgun, going to keep it himself right side on the designated keeper, and he gets up to about the 30 before being brought down. Hey, utilizing Marcus Mariota's legs is not a bad thing to do here for the Commanders. They're probably going to have a game plan that focuses on keeping the ball out of Mahomes' hands. But if that's going to be your style, that means you need to capitalize on every single drive you have. This has been a good drive to do that with so far. Mariota in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion right to left as Mariota is going to pass this right side. Going to be caught up to the 25, breaks off some tackles and gets closer to the 23, maybe 24. That is Luke McCaffrey on the reception. And a 2nd and short coming up. Second and 1. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. We receiving options to the left, 2 tight ends. One of them sent in motion towards the right as Mariota is going to hand this off up the middle. There's space inside the 20 and down to the 19. And just like that, the Commanders are in the red zone. It is Krotsky Merritt on the carry. And this has been a solid start to the game for Washington. All right. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw a quick dump off to Debo Samuel. It's bobbled and picked off and being returned past the 30 to the 32. Oh, Debo Samuel. It bounces off his chest and goes directly to Kansas City. And that's a rough start to this game for the Commanders. Bounces off, threw his hands off his face mask. And then it's an easy interception from there, and we go to a commercial break. It's Michael Dana getting the interception. Rough. All right, commercial break. I'll quickly be right back. All right. We're still at commercial. All right. Yeah, it was a rough interception to have at the beginning of the game. Like, that was a really good opening drive as well. For it to end like that, that's the luck that the Chiefs get. Damn, hope you feel better. Headaches suck. Anytime I get a headache, it's always terrible. It's always like more sort of migraine. They just suck. All right, just coming back from commercial break. There's the replay of the interception once more. That's a tough one for Debo. That's one you should catch with ease. Handoff up the middle to Isaiah Pacheco to begin this drive for the Chiefs and gets a gain of 2 up to the 35. Hell yeah. At 2nd and 8, Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. There's a tight end in motion left to right. As Mahomes will look to throw for the first time today. Pressure coming, rolling right. Pump fakes and brought down. Sacked back at the 31. All right. Commanders defense starting off well. That's Jake Martin getting the sack and sets up a 3rd and long for Kansas City. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion right to left. As Mahomes will look to throw. Has some time trying to step up and roll to his left now. Makes one man miss and has space. Up to the 40, trying to bulldoze forward. Will depend on the spot. Think he's going to be short, though. Yeah, it's good coverage there from the Commanders. Nothing's open. But they left too much space down that left side, and we'll see what the spot says. It's close. It's definitely close. They're going to say he's short. 4th and 1. And then the play clock will wind down and nearly expire. The Chiefs have to call their first timeout. Having to call a timeout this early on is not great for Kansas City. Yeah, the Chiefs, because I assume it's the case where the Chiefs initially thought it was a first down, but then it was ruled fourth, and they wanted a play clock reset. But because the refs never ruled it first down, it was always fourth, and thus the play clock can't reset because of a change of down. Yeah, okay, we're saying he's short. That was a good spot. He's definitely short. But it's still fourth and inches. So the Chiefs offense will stay on the field. Handoff up the middle, and there's enough space there for Kareem Hunt. Past the 45 to the 46. They keep the chains moving. Under 7.5 to play in the first quarter. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. A give left side, and it's going to maybe gain a yard, but not much else. And that's Brashard Smith on the carry, though. Sets up a 2nd and 9. Or there's no shot of ruling out the gain of 8. Or gain of 2, I mean. Okay, and a 2nd and 9. Mahomes under center, back behind him. Man in motion, left to right. That's Xavier Worthy. Play action, looking to throw. Mahomes pass right side, has a man wide open. That's Worthy. Has room past the 30, past the 25, and down to the 21. Xavier Worthy. Still being a big part of this offense, even with Rashee Rice being back. And the Chiefs are well in the plus territory now because of it. Hey, Baflash. And Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Pass right side for Worthy, and it is incomplete. Worthy has he had like half a step on his man there, but you never saw the ball coming. Then didn't even try to react to it. What was Marcus Mariota's last start in Kansas City, the wild card game from like 2017, 2018? Or has he played in Kansas City since? Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pressure coming, pass left side is going to be incomplete off the mark due to the pressure. I wouldn't be shocked if that was the last time, because 2022 would have been the next time the Titans you just play Kansas City in general. But that would have been in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, okay, that was a wild card game. Well, I could probably just go to Mariota's game log and see. Third and 10. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has time, pass left side, going to be intercepted. It's picked off along the sideline. Marshon Lattimore. And the teams trade interceptions to begin this game. That's a great pick. Yeah, that's a great interception. Yeah, but Bafa, you did not have a great weekend. Oh well. So Mariota has played 3 games against the Chiefs in his career. Last time he played in Kansas City is when he was with the Raiders in 21. Also, I think this is just regular season, yeah, but that would still count. That was a pretty bad loss. Because if you include playoffs in there, you have, I think, you would have the Mariota be 2-2 against the Chiefs in his career, right? If you include the playoffs. Yeah, he's 2-2 against the Chiefs, including playoffs. And 3 of those were in Kansas. Yeah, he's only played a home game against the Chiefs once in his career. That's crazy. Guys, we talked before stream about this past weekend. It was I'm still shocked that that something hasn't been said out of Cincy about that game, aside from the post game press conferences. But what you gonna do? Nah, Vandy won. Missouri caught a Hail Mary, but got brought down at the 1 to tie the game. So yeah, Vandy is now ranked inside the top 10 at number 9. And then Georgia Tech is at 8. So I'm chilling. At first and 10 for the Commanders at their own 7-yard line. Mariota in shotgun back behind them. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there is going to be space to get to about the 11. That's Krotsky Merritt on the reception. Yeah, but again, this is the year for Vandy. This is the year. This is only Mariota's 3rd start against the Chiefs in his career. Oh yeah, never mind. He didn't play in those other. Yeah, so Mariota has only played. Yeah, Mariota's last start at Kansas City would have been that playoff game where we caught a touchdown pass. Toss up the middle on 2nd and 6 is gonna get up to about the 15. Another gain of roughly 4. 3rd and 2 coming up. Probably a bit of both. More so, probably hunger. Because like when I've had headaches in the past, eating and drinking has helped with them. But both probably play a factor. But I was leaning more so towards hunger. Mariota alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left. Need to get the snap off, and they do. Mariota with some time, rolling right to buy more. Pass it right, that's caught. Has space, breaks off 1 tackle. Pass to 35 and down out of bounds near the 40. That is Brian McMichaels, right? No, that's Jeremy McNicholas on the reception. All right, cool. Yeah, it's important to eat. I went grocery shopping earlier because I needed more barbecue sauce for some chicken. I bought more chicken, but I forgot the barbecue sauce, so I gotta go tomorrow. Mariota in shotgun back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Rolling right to buy some time. Still looking, throwing right. That's caught along the sideline. Luke McCaffrey. Pass midfield to the plus 45, I think. Great toe tap there from Luke McCaffrey. Yeah, he gets those toes down. That's a great catch along the sideline. Go up to the plus 44. Mariota now going to look to throw right side. That's caught by Zach Ertz. He's going to get up to about the 40. Yeah, Lamar Jackson was a full participant in practice today, so he's seemed like he's good to go for Thursday night. Puka Nacua is expected to be back this week. Carson Wentz is going to be out for the season, which is fair. Again, they completely mismanaged his injury on Thursday night. He played through that elbow injury, but you can tell he was in a lot of pain in the second half. Handoff up the middle on 2nd and 6 is going to get about 2. That's Chris Rodriguez on the carry. The 49ers had 2 tight ends catch a touchdown. The Titans had 1. Kraft caught 2. I know no one in Miami did. Same with no one on the Falcons. I think like 5 or 6 might have. Mariota looking to throw in 3rd and 3. Pressure coming, gonna step up, trying to escape, but brought down at the 40. That's George Karlaftis on the sack. And the Commanders have a choice to make. Probably. That Baltimore situation, it's going to be very interesting because I don't think both stay. One of them is going to be moving. I think one of them is going to be moving on between Lamar or Harbaugh. Just because of the season not going great right now for them. Mariota in shotgun to keeping the offense on the field on 4th and 6. 3 receivers to the right as he looks to throw. Pass over the middle is caught. That Zach Ertz going to be enough for the first. Gets the 6 yards exactly. And the Commanders keep the chains moving. I still have Mariota's game logs off to the side here on my second monitor. And one of them is a 9-6 win against the Jaguars. I think I remember this game. Because this was... What, week 3, 2018? Yeah, I remember this game. And they're going to review the spot here. It's going to be close. I think he got it. But taking your time, we're looking at it though. Yeah, I mean, the fucking Vikings fans are coming off of that great season they had last year. So it's like, I get why like they had high expectations for the season, but come on. Oh, Zach Ertz gonna be ruled short by 5 inches. I don't think it was a good spot. They brought out the virtual measurement, but I just don't think the spot was good. With 55 seconds left in the quarter, a turnover on downs there for the Commanders, and we go to a commercial break. Yeah. I don't know, it gets like you have the Chargers coming off of that performance they had against the Colts, and you're like, maybe, but yeah, no. Because the other thing that sucks about that situation is Wentz and his wife are expecting their 4th kid soon. So he's out for the year already, and he's gonna get surgery on his elbow, but he needs to wait probably like 2 extra months before he can get it. Like he's gonna miss most of next season. That's just how it is, I guess. I don't know. Well, again, like, you saw he was in pain in the second half, and by that time, like, most Vikings fans probably tuned off of the game. But like, we didn't really hear a lot about the severity of the injury until today. So like, that's like three to 4 days after the game where we finally get like, hey, it's a pretty bad injury. It's the same thing with the Baker Mayfield stuff when he was playing through that shoulder injury in Cleveland. Like, no one said anything about he was playing through it. It came out after the season that he was playing through a bad injury in the shoulder. And but by that point, Cleveland had already made up their mind to move on. Probably, yeah. Because yeah, I mean, hey, what LSU is at, what, 5 wins still? Yeah, you could always make the Pop Tart Bowl. Actually, no, that's ACC Big 12. What's an SEC designated bowl game? You can always make the Music City Bowl. Yeah. But the idea is like if he like the average fan is gonna see someone go out there and play through pain and be like, okay, if he's able to do it, he should still play to a high level. But most fans just don't realize how bad the pain is, especially because it's on his non-throwing arm. Quick pass left side is gonna be caught but brought down behind the line for a loss of about 3. 2nd and 14 coming up. That is Rashee Rice on the reception. You ain't getting the Sugar Bowl, man. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Final play of the quarter, potentially. Mahomes looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, caught by an open Rashee Rice. He gets down to the 40. Not enough for a first, but enough to make it a 3rd and about 5. And that could be the final play of the quarter. Yep, end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in, we have had 2 interceptions, 1 for each side, and a Commanders turnover on downs. Remains 0-0. Yeah, so because the front has that white number with the black outline, and then the back is just pure yellow with back numbers and text. It's not, those uniforms are not good. Everyone hates FedEx Field. It's second to worst because MetLife has that bad reputation. But yeah, it's bad. So the bowl games that the SEC has contracts with. I think even this is still kind of outdated. No. So we got the Tax Act Texas Bowl. The Las Vegas Bowl, which that could be a fun one. The Music City Bowl, the Gator Bowl, Liberty Bowl, ReliaQuest Bowl. There's also the Birmingham Bowl and the Gasparilla Bowl. LSU in the Gasparilla Bowl. Fuck yeah. Have him play against like Memphis or some shit. As we're at commercial break still for the end of the quarter. As we're just coming back from commercial break for the start of the second quarter. You're talking to Dan Quinn on the sideline. First two drives, I mean, the Commanders were able to move the ball well. They just stalled out. One with an interception, and then that one with a turnover on downs. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. Two receivers to each side on 3rd and 4. Going to look to throw. Mahomes pass right side, caught by Juju Smith-Schuster, and that gets up to the 46, enough for a first down. Yeah. I mean, because Music City Bowl's in Nashville, so it'll be fun. Mahomes rolling left, trying to find somebody will take it himself, gets past midfield and pushed out of bounds near the 47. Bobby Wagner on the tackle. All right, 2nd and 3. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left, two receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw, pass left side, going to be caught, but brought down behind the line for a loss of 2 is Travis Kelce on the reception. And another 3rd down coming up for the Chiefs. Yeah. So what the options would swap, so then I know the Music City Bowl is against the Big Ten school. The only ones against American Conference schools is the Birmingham and the Gasparilla Bowl. Oh, the ReliaQuest Bowl is also potentially against a Big Ten team. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. Two receiving options to each side on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Mahomes with time. Pass over the middle. It's tipped and intercepted. Bobby Wagner picks it off and returns it up to the 41. Travis Kelce was wide open over the middle. It goes through his hands and directly to Bobby Wagner. 4 drives. We've had 3 interceptions and a turnover on downs. Welcome to Monday Night Football. And we head to a commercial break. We've had technically 4 turnovers in the 4 drive. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Just a crazy start. Uh, if this game ends in a 0-0 tie, it's not gonna happen. But if it does, I hope there's like 12 turnovers to force that. Yeah. I don't know, but this is more in line with this is more in line with that Thursday Night Football in the mid to late 2010s. You just throw out there, like, in 2014, 2015, you have like the Rams and Titans playing each other, or those good old Titans Jaguars Thursday Night Football games. And that's what this is like right now. Yeah, it's Marcus Mariota, and we're gonna say Mahomes is Blake Bortles for this reference. Just fuck it. As we're still at commercial break, should be exiting it here shortly. Hey, Bortles is my guy as well. All right. Mariota play action looking to throw. Pass right side has space. That's gonna get past the 40 and down to the 37. All right. Good way to start that drive. That is John Bates on the reception. Yeah, just constant back-to-back interceptions. Mariota keeps it himself right side and has space inside the 30 to about the 29. Going to be a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. Even a boat. Even a 2017 AFC Conference Championship appearance boat. Could you imagine if Jacksonville actually won that game and we got Nick Foles and Blake Bortles competing in a Super Bowl? That would have been one of those games. Mariota in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Quick throw left side going to be caught. That's Deebo Samuel, but he's not going to do much with it. Brought down behind the line for a loss of 1. Back to the 30. Like that would have been one of those Super Bowls that gets remembered in the same light as what would that Super Bowl have been? The Ravens and Giants Super Bowl, where it's Trent Dilfer and Kerry Collins going against each other. That's the Brad Johnson versus Rich Gannon of Super Bowl right there. From Buccaneers Raiders. So 3rd and 2 looking to throw. Pass left side going to be caught, but brought down for only a gain of 1 is Zach Ertz. Even that was nearly intercepted. But another Commanders drive stalls out once they pass midfield. But at least this one stalls out in field goal range, so they can get points on this. They're gonna keep the offense on the field for some reason. So Mariota in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, 4th and 1. Gonna look to throw. Mariota pass deep, left side is so off the mark. Looking for Terry McLaurin, that was a throwaway. Kick the goddamn field goal. In a game like this, you have to kick that field goal. We go to a commercial break with 10:25 to play in the first half. I think Dodgers are up 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd in the World Series right now. All right. You have to kick the field goal there, though. Yeah, I think it was Kike Hernandez who had a 1-run homer. Yeah, commercial break. Yeah, 5 drives, basically 5 turnovers, because the Commanders decided, let's not kick a field goal in a game that, with so many defensive plays might be decided by a field goal. We're at commercial break. I think you may have missed it, but there was a double play that the Dodgers got that was weird as hell. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that gets about 4. Isaiah Pacheco on the carry. Yeah, I'll send this to you, Bob Flash. All right, 2nd and 6. Ooh, and Apple Jacks is not the cereal I would want to venture eating dry either. Again, there's a few that are fine dry, but Apple Jacks is not one of them. Mahomes handoff up the middle for Pacheco on 2nd and 6 is going to get about 4. 3rd and 2. Yeah. Mahomes alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion right to left. Mahomes. Quick throws over the middle to Kelsey. That's going to be caught and up to the 48. Just shy of midfield. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Chiefs are moving once again. Yeah, exactly, Bob Flash. Once that ABS system gets added next year, we're gonna see a completely different side of the MLB. Mahomes in shotgun. Back to his left, looking to throw. Play action has time. Pass right side, has a man open. That's caught. It's Kelsey. Inside the 25 and down to the 22. All right, the Chiefs are now past the midfield. How is this drive going to end? Because both teams so far tonight, once they've gotten past the midfield, they have made some dumb mistake. We'll see Mahomes in shotgun. Handoff up the middle for Pacheco, and he's going to get up to the 16 before being brought down. A gain of 7. Tickets for this game are only 50. Goddamn, okay. So 2nd and 4. Mahomes under center. Going to pitch this right side for Brashard Smith. Has space, going to be brought down at the first down marker. Should be enough. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, they're bringing the ABS system into the MLB next year. That's gonna make things interesting. I actually marked him short. It's 3rd and 1. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Give up the middle to Kareem Hunt. He gets inside the 10 and stood up at the 8. I'll just Shohei Ohtani just went deep. All right, 1st and goal from the 8. And they're going Wildcat. Rashee Rice taking the snap. Inside the 5, stretching forward. He is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Take advantage and getting the turnover on downs. And they take the lead first in this one. With 5:55 to play in the first half. Never mind. That's going to be coming back. He is a inch short on this review here, on this replay. He is just short. Yeah, he's just short. Initial ruling is a touchdown, but he's going to be marked down short. Yeah, Dan Quinn is still the head coach over there. Over there in Washington. I forget who the DC is, though, specifically. There's going to be a there's going to be a 2nd and goal from the inch. Yeah. But they play the Chargers next week. That's going to be an interesting one. All right, so 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. And in motion, right to left. Mahomes to give up the middle to Kareem Hunt, and he gets in, finishes the job, and now the Chiefs take the lead just over halfway through the 2nd quarter. 5:46 to play in the first half. And we'll see how the Commanders respond to it. The Chiefs get ball to begin the second half. The extra point from Harrison Butker is up, and it is right down the middle. I'm also getting a full slate of basketball right now. How's Wemby doing? Wemby's at 10, 8, and 2 already. We're at commercial break. All right, at commercial break. Still at commercial break. The Commanders so far this game has had an interception and then back-to-back turnover on downs. To be fair, the second turnover on downs, it is a result of a pretty bad spot, but still, they should have kicked the field goal anyway. Yep, still that commercial break. Go waiting for the Chiefs to send this one down. Kickoff going to be returned beginning from the 4. Room past the 20, 25, past the 30, and down to about the 34, maybe 35. So the Commanders will begin from there. Yeah, it's just like it's been a rough start to this game for the Commanders. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left. Handoff up the middle, and that gets nowhere. Stuffed behind the line for a loss of a yard. That's not helping things. Bob Flash, if you're still here, we have bowl projections. As Mariota looking to throw, pass left side can be caught and has space. Up past midfield to the 45 and down to the 43. That is, give me a, okay, couldn't not give me the jersey number, cool. Or the last name. That was Ben Sinnott on the reception. Mahomes in shotgun. Mariota in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 44. Going to give this left side to Krotsky Merritt. That gets up to about a yard, maybe 2. Boffush, if you're still here, the current projection for LSU is the Duke's Mayo Bowl against Wake Forest. So Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. Going to toss the fake toss this right side and look to throw. Stepping up, trying to avoid pressure. Rolls to his left, will take it himself. Past the 40 and out of bounds to the 39. Makes it a more manageable 3rd down coming up. I'll take. I kind of wish Brian Kelly was still the head coach if y'all get into Duke's Mayo Bowl. Could you imagine him getting a vat of mayo dumped on him? And then he gets fired next day. That would be hilarious. Because the UCF's on here as well. They're projected for the first responder bowl against ECU. I'm not actually opposed to that matchup. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well, looking to throw. Has some time, gonna step up. Still looking to dump off left side, has a man wide open. There's space for Jeremy McNicholas. Inside the 25 and out of bounds near the 20, maybe the 19. The Commanders are in the red zone for the first time tonight with 3 minutes to play in the first half. Yeah. Who's projected for the Pop-Tart Bowl? Gasparilla Bowl is currently projected to be Auburn and UConn. Hell yeah. The Pop-Tarts Bowl is projected to be Virginia and Cincinnati. Hey, there's Nebraska and Texas in a Music City Bowl. Mariota going to keep it himself left side on the read option, trying to hurdle someone. and instead will be forced out of bounds for a loss of about 2. Hey, yeah, that's just a good old classic, like 5 years ago, American athletic rivalry right there. That would be fun to see. All right, 2nd and 10, and we're going to a commercial break for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Commanders down by 7, but inside the red zone, looking to respond and tie this game up. We're talking about college football and their postseason. Where like instead of like they have like the college football playoff and then have a bunch of other side bowl games. I forgot to check. Ballflash, do you know who won the border war between NDSU and SDSU? I completely forgot to check that. What conference are they in again? Was it NDSU? Cool. That only makes sense because South Dakota State were playing with a backup, I believe, at quarterback. Still at commercial break as I'm just scrolling through a ton of college football scores to figure this out. I could have sworn they were in the Big Sky, but I was wrong, I guess. Oh yeah, they're in the Missouri Valley, that's what it is. Yeah, NDSU won 38-7. They won 38-7 in back-to-back weeks. Jeez, okay. Damn. All right, just coming back from commercial break. 2 minutes remain in the first half. Let's see if the Commanders can tie this up. The Chiefs get ball to begin the second half. Mariota in shotgun. Back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side looking to throw. Pass left side going to be a halfback screen. Has room past the 15 and brought down near the 11. We'll see if it's enough for a first. That's Jeremy McNicholas on the reception, and they're going to mark him just shy of 3rd and inches coming up. No, the Bisons never mess around, man. They should be in the FBS level by now, but they're saying we're fine in FCS. A minute 26 to play in the first half. We're going to review the spot here. And yeah, no, he got that. He got the first there, it seems. What is up with these refs and having bad spots for the Commanders tonight? Yeah. And again, it's not easy to watch FCS football anyway until their playoffs start. So like when that starts, I'll be watching a bunch more of it. Yeah, true. The Chiefs are always going to get a benefit of the doubt with the refs, it seems. All right, so they changed the spot. It is now 1st and 10 for the Commanders. Bob Flash, I need you to watch what Punkle just sent in sports. Oh my god, Draymond. That's a great. Alright, they reset the game clock to 1:54 as well. So they added about 20 seconds back on the clock. And the Chiefs will call their second timeout. Alejandro Kirk with a 3-run home run. And the Blue Jays have the lead. Yeah, all Draymond Green had to say in that clip was just just say Chris Paul. Don't shorten his name in that situation. All right, 1st and 10. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to keep it himself left side and going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It's George Karlaftis on the tackle there. So he's talking about Chris Paul and because he's a veteran in the NBA, he's a good mentor to the younger players. So he says Chris Paul is great with the young players basically. But instead of Chris Paul, he shortens it to just the initial CP. And it does not come off great. Mariota looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Has some time trying to dance around in the pocket. Roll in right. Throw in right. Gonna be ruling that incomplete. Saying Deebo Samuel didn't get his feet down in bounds. It's now 3rd and 10. Yeah, No, he has his feet down there. He drags his toe. His right foot is down. That's a completed pass. What are you looking at, ref? Only question would be, yeah, okay, there we go. The ball moved when he hit the ground. But I was saying, if the ball didn't move there and they still ruled that incomplete, that would have been questionable. Mariota looking to throw in 3rd and 10. A lobber right side. And that's going to be incomplete as well. McLaurin couldn't get his feet in bounds there. Does the ball move when he hits the ground? Because if not, that looks like a catch. When does he get... If we're saying he gets... Yeah, if he has possession before that right foot leaves the ground, that should be a catch. Because the ball doesn't move. When does he gain possession? If we're saying possession there, that's a touchdown. Hell, if we're saying possession a few frames later, that's a touchdown. They're gonna review this. And we're going to a commercial break. We're at commercial break as they're gonna review this. It depends on when they say Terry McLaurin has possession of the ball. Yeah, I saw what you responded with. I'm kind of shocked it's not Curtis Samuel's nickname. Yeah, that is probably why. It all just depends on when they're gonna say Terry McLaurin has possession. That's a very tough thing to rule. When it's a very tough thing to rule in that situation because most of the times the officials, when they review something, like to go at full speed as well, and base it off of that and not just the slow mo. Dude, just coming back from commercial break. And now that they're ruling it a touchdown, Terry McLaurin. There we go. And the Commanders are going to tie this game with an extra point. That was a lofter of a touchdown there. A dangerous pass. The extra point is up and good. This game is tied with a minute to play in the half. Yeah. Hey, speaking of the Chiefs, there's a State Farm commercial with Patrick Mahomes playing right now. Can the Commanders' defense hold strong until the end of the half and they keep this game tied at halftime? That would be a big question. Yeah, that's a lofter of a touchdown to McLaurin, man. All right, kickoff underway, going to bounce and be returned beginning from the 10. Has room past the 20, past the 25, and down to about the 27. Yeah, they do. Penalty marker down as well. Holding on the Chiefs is the call. They're going to start this one backed up inside their own 20. All right, 1st and 10. $53 to play in the half. The Chiefs have one timeout. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Has time, going to step up and take it himself. Mahomes past the 20, 25, and sliding down into 29. Going to be a gain of 14, and they're going hurry up. Mahomes in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw once again. Mahomes with some time, going to step up. Throwing left side, going to be caught and brought down at the 40. That's Travis Kelce on the reception. A gain of 10.5. And the Chiefs will call their final timeout with 24 seconds. All right. 24 seconds to get into field goal range. Yeah, Toronto's up 2. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. 1st and 10 from the 39.5. Mahomes looks to throw. Passing one right side. It's going to be off the mark and incomplete. Hit while throwing that one. 18 seconds now in the half. Because of all the turnovers to begin this has gone relatively quick. So 2nd and 10, Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has some time, pass right side, pass over the middle, is batted away and incomplete. Looking for Xavier Worthy, but good coverage forces the ball loose. 3rd and 10 coming up. That is Trey Amos in coverage. 3rd and 10. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Step into his left. Still looking, pressure coming and going to just spike this one in the dirt, incomplete. That might be intentional grounding, and that might be the end of the half. There's 6 seconds to play in the half. That ball did not cross the line of scrimmage. There wasn't really anyone near him. We'll see. Is there? No, there's no receiver is really in the vicinity of that ball. Yeah, there's the flag. That's intentional grounding on the Chiefs, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half because of the 10-second run. Because of the 10-second runoff. He tried to left hand that one, but yeah, got nowhere near close. And that's halftime. All tied up at 7. Chiefs get ball to begin the second half. That is now the 2nd game this season where the first half has ended because of an intentional grounding. Why has that happened? Why? What? And we're at halftime. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's Ball Flash. It's a sports equinox. Every single major sport league in the US is playing right now. Yeah, it's a rare sports equinox. I mean, already the AFC was pretty up in the air with the Chiefs starting the way they did. If they fall to 4-4, it makes it just that much more up in the air. The Blues lost, damn. Yeah, tomorrow night is the Frozen Frenzy in the NHL, which is part of the reason why I'm wearing the Panther jersey tonight. So every team plays tomorrow night in the NHL, so I'm excited for them. Yeah, the Panthers play the Anaheim Ducks. That should be a solid game. Who did the Blues lose to? The Penguins, yeah. The Penguins are in a good spot this year. Kind of weird. The Cavs are up by 30 over the Pistons. 76ers are up by 12 over the Magic. Celtics up by 9 over the Pels. One of those teams need to win today. Get their first win of the season. Tied up at 71 between the Bulls and Hawks. Rockets up by 19 over the Nets. Spurs up by 14 over the Raptors, and then Thunder up by 6 over the Mavs. Jazz are up big over the Suns, but that game's still early. Trash. But what you got against the Penguins? They're not even in the same conference as the Blues. Oh, it's just the Pittsburgh thing. Never mind. Yeah, I get it. One of them, you're trash. Crazy. Crazy. On December 28th is when the Saints and Titans play. That game's going to be something. Yep, at halftime. Yeah, I respect the hate for all things Pittsburgh. It's just kind of weird because your teams are kind of all over the place. We're like, for me, like I hate pretty much all things Boston, and but that's also because all of my favorite teams, they have a rival over in Boston one way or another, either directly or more so just a really recently rivalry. So like, yeah, but yeah, the fact that you like Bengals fan, Blues fan. I mean, Blues and Cardinals are in the same city. Whatever, you get what I mean. Yeah, like you're a Heat fan. You got teams everywhere. Respect, but come on. 8.5 to go in halftime. At halftime. Yep, 7.5 to go in halftime. Showing some highlights from that game last night between the Packers and Steelers. That was an interesting one. Yeah. Yeah, and to be fair, it's not really a hometown team for you to have like a massive interest towards. Because like the Pelicans ain't shit, and the Saints are in a very bad. I mean, but the Saints a few years ago. No, but yeah, the Saints when you were growing up were shit either. Yeah. Yeah, the Saints are weird or have a weird history as a team. They have like such a long stretch of just existing. Yeah, exactly. Because again, those like New Orleans basketball has never really been something worth to watch, even in like the early years of Chris Paul. Like he was like the only bright spot on those teams. And then again, the Saints had that like 5 year stretch with Drew Brees in the late 2000s, early 2010s, where they were like legit contenders. And then they had like those 2, 3 years, if I'm like 20s, like from like 2016 to 2018. But besides that, like the Saints have not been anything. Wait, 4 minutes to go in halftime. Waiting for the start of the second half. Yeah, because again, while they were the Hornets, is when they had was the Chris like the early years of Chris Paul, and those were like, and Chris Paul was at least fun to watch. But besides that, like there was nothing going for them. I said over. Still at halftime. Two and a half to go in halftime. Chiefs get ball to begin the second half. This game is tied at 7, mainly because of a lot of turnovers to begin this game. Rough spot. Yeah, I'm sure there was like certain players as well that drew you to those teams. Oh, Packers are wearing their throwbacks this week. Okay. Who do the Packers play? 'Cause again, with Miami playing Thursday night, I have free range on Sunday. Oh, they play Carolina. Who do I want to watch? I still gotta pick a 1 o'clock game, but I'll probably be live with Chiefs Bills at 4:25 on next Sunday. And I gotta think of a 1 o'clock game to potentially go live with. Yeah. I want. How much are Heat tickets? I wouldn't be able to go during Thanksgiving, but maybe during the winter. But even with the team not being or not seemingly that great, they had a good game yesterday. I'm sure these tickets are still pretty expensive. hmm there's a game against the Kings that's like $33. Besides that, it is all like in the near hundreds for Heat tickets. God damn. Uh, the main ones in the 1 o'clock window that I'm looking at right now for Sunday is Lions, Vikings, Broncos, Texans, and Colts, Steelers. As the second half kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Has room past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, and down to about the 32. Yeah. Penalty marker is down on the kickoff. That's holding against the Chiefs. And the Lions play the Vikings, and then the Broncos play the Texans. If it was Lions Broncos, that would 100% be the game. But it's not, sadly. We have a stoppage before the snap after the holding against the Chiefs makes this so they begin from the 20. Yeah, I am leaning towards Broncos Texans just because of me being an RJ Harvey guy. But I'm not sure. It might also depend on which games I get in my area because I'm not sure if I want to go through Sunday Ticket on Sunday. But we'll see. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Going to dump this off left side for Rashee Rice. Gonna have space to about the 25 before being brought down. Hey T Fox, now you ain't gonna you probably are gonna lose actually because Mahomes. I didn't even think about the fact that Mahomes threw 2 interceptions, dog. You're fucked. You're fucked in fantasy. Oh, I'm sure whenever I call a Texans games this season, I will refer to them as the Shrouds at least a handful of times throughout it. Second and 5, Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. 2-3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw. Stepping up, pass over the middle is tipped and incomplete, but a hit late is gonna not get up. There it is. There's the flag. Yeah, a late hit there is gonna make this an automatic first down. Would have been a 3rd and 5 instead. I might like that's definitely a window where I will have like a quad box on in the background on top of whatever game I'm live with. It's just I need to figure out if I want to do that. Yeah, but personal foul against the Commanders can make this an automatic first down. Mahomes is giving you 2 points, T5. You see, if the Bengals would have actually handled business against the Jets, I probably would have gone live with that game. But no. I'm not interested in seeing that match. I don't think that'll be a great matchup. Play action, pass left side, going to be caught and has space. Going to get up near the, 48-yard line. That's Noah Gray on the reception. So a 2nd and 9 coming up. If I'm live with that game, I want it to be a solid game. All right, 2nd and 2. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Handoff up the middle. And that's Isaiah Pacheco past midfield up to about the 48 before being stood up. Laremy Tunsil has been ruled out of this game. That's tough. I do wonder how Perna is feeling about that matchup because the Texans played pretty well yesterday. Well, Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Play action looking to throw. Mahomes has some time. Still looking. Pass right side caught by Kelce, and there's space. Past the 30, 25, 20, the 15, the 10, and brought down at the 9. Travis Kelce with a wide open grass to run after the dump off, and the Chiefs are inside the red zone. Yeah, I'll be live for the Chiefs-Bills game 100%. 100% I'll be live with that one. Because that's still an AFC Championship preview, and that very easily could decide on both of those team seasons. You're definitely gonna need that. It doesn't help that the Rashee Rice touchdown got called back earlier in this game. Handoff up the middle to Isaiah Pacheco is going to get about 2. Second and goal. Mahomes is 1 touchdown shy of tying Priest Holmes for most career touchdowns from a Chief. As Mahomes will pass this right side for Rashee Rice. He gets inside the 5, stretching forward, and brought down just short. They're going to rule him down at the 3, actually, so not just short. But Rashee Rice is short. Yeah, he's out of bounds. Yeah, he's going to be down out of bounds at about the 1, maybe. Third and goal now. Hell yeah. Like, they ruled him out of bounds at the 2.5 as they're still working on that pylon. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. Gonna send a man in motion. Mahomes looks to throw. Pump faking, escaping, rolling to his right. Penalty markers down, passing the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Xavier Worthy. There's going to be offset and penalties. The thing's going to be offset and penalties here. Yep, fouls by both teams. Holding against the Chiefs and holding against the Commanders. Penalties offset. Replay third down. All right, third and goal once again. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right. Motion receiver right to left and then back towards the right. Mahomes, they play action. Pass left side is going to be incomplete. Looking for Noah Gray. Overthrown and off the mark. Miscommunication there between him and Gray. And it's a 4th and goal from the 2. The offense will stay on the field. He thought Noah Gray was going to break outside towards the back corner. But Gray opened up inside as if he was expecting the pass towards the... expecting the pass kind of towards, the middle of the end zone. So 4th and goal. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling right. Looking, pass, end zone, wide open, touchdown, Kansas City. It's Kareem Hunt and the Chiefs. Hey, retake the lead on the opening drive of the second half. A 2-yard touchdown grab for Kareem Hunt. And the Chiefs are back on top. Yeah. Commanders just lost them. Commanders just lost them. Butker on for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. Butker's not going to get 100 points this game. Just face it. Toast is going to get his first loss. Punko's going to get his first win. We're going to be fine. You sit 11 points behind them. Man, if only Punko cared a little, he could have been doing better. Alright, all good. Sleep is important. Yeah, in theory that's possible, but who knows? For all we know, we might get another Mahomes interception and a Rashee Rice fumble. Who knows? We'll see. Just coming out of commercial break. Week 9 begins with the Ravens traveling to South Beach to play the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be one of those games. Going to be one of those games. Listen, I've done a lot of putting weird things into the universe this week in the NFL. None of them have been responded to. All right, back from commercial break. Chiefs are set to send this one down, and we'll see the Commanders for the first time this half. Kickoff will be returned beginning from the... Oh, it's muffed! And gonna go out of bounds at the 2. Oh, the Commanders just messed up. They'll start this drive from their own 2 because of the muffed kickoff. Wow. Just wow. Absolute terrible starting field position now because of that. Exactly, Bob Flash. You see the vision. Mariota in shotgun, back behind him. They give up the middle, and there's going to be enough for about 2. Maybe 2.5-ish up to the 4. Going to give them a little bit more breathing room. All right, 2nd and 8 now. Mariota in shotgun, a back to each side. Back in motion towards the right as Mariota will play action and look to throw. Pass over the middle is caught. Terry McLaurin down to the 22. And there's some breathing room for the Commanders. Nice throw, simple pitch and catch. The Commanders have a lot more breathing room now. Mariota in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be Krotsky Merritt up to about the 27. And that's a gain of about 4. Mac Jones is now day-to-day. 49ers have a ton of injuries. Mariota looking to throw in 2nd and 5. Pass time, pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Deebo Samuel. I still love that that's their nickname. I mean, I expected the Commanders to take a step back from what we saw with them last year, but yeah, it has not been a great season. Part of it is due to injuries and, Jaden Daniels not playing a lot this season so far. But still, I was not expecting this kind of a fall off. Mariota in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Through the hands of his intended target and through the hands of a Chief. And it's 4th and 5. They're going to punt this one away. I don't think Purdy is expected to be back just yet. And if not, the potential starter would be Adrian Martinez. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from about the 15. Trying to find space down the left side. We'll get past the 20. Breaks off 1 tackle and gets down to the 25. Yeah, Shanahan said that it's too early to say on Purdy. He doesn't think it's a long shot. But we'll see if he'll get some reps in, and we'll see later on in the week. No, it's the same Adrian Martinez who won 2024 UFL MVP and led the Birmingham Stallions to a 3rd straight spring football championship. I'm 99% sure at least that's who the 3rd string is. Yeah, that guy. I mean, they're playing the Giants this week, so I'm not too worried about that. That's crazy you forgot about him. So Blue Jays are up 4-3 right now in the World Series Game 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, so Purdy will be reevaluated on Wednesday to see how he's shaking up. Yep, at commercial break. want to point out, Ari is a great Twitter account to follow for the NFL news. He does great work. He posted earlier that PS2 Patrick Surtain is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. The image he used, it's from like his rookie or second year in the league, because it's from the old Brandon that the Broncos had for jerseys. Mahomes under center, back from a commercial break, 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25. Gonna hand this off right side for Isaiah Pacheco, and he has space. Gonna be enough for a first down up to the 35, maybe 36. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Do you think any of the new teams could be good rivals for St. Louis, or are they more? Or are you still just gonna be sticking with like DC and Birmingham as the main two? Yeah, I know Birmingham is going to be probably trying to build a rivalry with Louisville, since they're both like horse themed teams. Mahomes looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pressure coming, trying to escape. Pass over the middle is caught with space. That's Juju Smith-Schuster down to the plus 41. All right. An open Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah, he had plenty of space there with that pass. Mahomes under center, back behind him. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, and the broadcast just glitched out. All right, it was a gain of 1 there for, I believe, Kareem Hunt. The broadcast just went completely black as soon as the ball was handed off. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Columbus does need a team to become a rival with. Mahomes looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Pass over the middle is caught by Rashee Rice. He fumbles, but recovers it. Oh, I thought for a second. He makes a football move that would have been a fumble, or what definitely would have been. That's definitely a fumble. Luckily, he falls on it himself. I was. Oh, if Washington recovered that, T-Fox was gonna kill me. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. The Chiefs have yet to lose a fumble this season. Mahomes quick throw right side, going to be caught by Xavier Worthy for a gain of a yard. Yeah, but T-Fox was gonna kill me if he lost that fumble. That would have been insane. Under 5 minutes to play in the third. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the plus 23. Play clock winding down. Gonna get the snap off. Mahomes looks to throw. Pass left side, caught by Rashee Rice. He has space to about the 14 before being forced out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 once again. They're not doing any conferences anymore. They're not doing conferences because there's only 8 teams. So then they're saying they're foregoing it. Quick pass right side, caught by Xavier Worthy. Will get down to about the 10. There's no more conferences, and it's just the top 4 teams get into playoffs. Which I'm fine with them not doing conferences. Mahomes in shotgun. 2nd and 6, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Has some time, rolling to his right. Pass in end zone, caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! It's Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs extend this lead. And they can start running away with this. All right. Butker on for the extra point. It is up, and it is right down the middle. Yeah, I feel like those would be good 3 annual matchups. But I'm not sure how they're doing the schedule. I'm assuming every team is going to play each other. So that takes care of 7 games. And then I guess, yeah, they'll pick specific matchups to be the extra 3. So, yeah, I guess that's where you can get St. Louis, Birmingham for another one, DC, and then probably more so like Arlington, actually, for the other. We'll see. Yeah. I am very curious how they're going to handle the schedules now. Already, like, we've seen already that they're doing a lot more local marketing, which is perfect. They need to get out into the communities more. As we're at commercial break. Vegas does not have a team. I'm kind of glad they don't. It's Houston, Arlington, now Dallas, St. Louis, DC, Birmingham, Columbus, Louisville, Orlando. And like Houston is not going to be the option for St. Louis. So yeah, I think Birmingham, DC, and Louisville will be the better 3. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Butker sending this one down, going to be returned. Nope, going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They're going to begin this drive from the 35. 3:20 to play in the third. Oh my, this is Mariota in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. I would say this after the play. Mariota looking to throw, pass over the middle, going to be caught and brought down at the line for no gain. Maybe. So I was wondering why there hasn't been any like simulcast or weird broadcast this year in the NFL. Because like we have like the Nickelodeon broadcast, we've had the Toy Story broadcast and whatnot. And there hasn't been one yet this season. Well, there is gonna be one on December 8th. Eagles Chargers Monday Night Football is gonna have a Monsters Inc. broadcast. As Mariota looks to throw in 2nd and 10, pass left side will be caught. That's Jeremy McNicholas for a gain of about 2. Hello, welcome on in. Yeah, Eagles Chargers Monday Night Football on December 8th. It's gonna have a Monsters Inc. broadcast. This is gonna look incredible. Yeah, I do expect the Renegades and Defenders to keep their rivalry. Those are good matchups consistently. Mariota alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw in 3rd and 8. Pass left side, going for a 50-50 ball, and that's Terry McLaurin. He catches it. Does he get in bounds? They're saying he did. Terry McLaurin, a diving crash. Oh, now they're saying incomplete. Initially ruled a catch. Now they're saying incomplete. No, that's a catch. He gets a thigh down before his knees touch. That is a catch. That is a catch. He gets a thigh down. He gets an elbow down. That is a completed catch. And a great catch at that. Because, yeah, the ball doesn't move. That is a catch. He gets in bounds. That's a great catch from Terry McLaurin. Yeah, again, I'm fine with the Monsters Inc. called broadcast. It's still relevant, just not as relevant. Because it's still like still in the internet space. Yeah, the Washington instantly threw the challenge, and they're gonna win this, I think. All right, have a good night. Appreciate you stopping by. No, okay, it's not to the level of the Dez situation. This is a lot more obvious of a catch than Dez Bryant's no catch in the playoffs. Yep, Commanders will win the challenge, as they should. An incredible diving catch from Terry McLaurin converts on 3rd down and gonna put the Commanders past the 40 to the 37. That's a great catch. Mariota under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to end around this left side for Deebo Samuel, and he will get about a yard. Scary Terry, man, that was a great catch. Yeah, that's a great catch. All right, Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. 2nd and 9 from the plus 36. Play clock under 10 seconds. Mariota, quick throw right side, going to be caught by Luke McCaffrey, but brought down pretty quickly. They're nearly picked off. It's a 3rd and long coming up. So 3rd and 11. Mariota in shotgun, back to his left. Two receivers to each side looking to throw. Pressure comes quick, and Mariota is sacked. Back at the 49. Pressure got there instantly. And that's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. Chiefs up by 14. And that puts them outside of field goal range and too far to go for it. They're going to have to punt. They get nothing out of the great catch from Terry McLaurin. And it's been a rough day for this Commanders offense. All right, at commercial break for the end of the third. And so at commercial break. And so at commercial break. Punt comes off clean. They're going to be fair caught at the 5. So at least they pinned them deep. As we're just coming back from commercial break, we get to wait for this Chiefs next drive. We got back from commercial break. We saw the punt. And now we're going back to commercial break. Love ESPN. Seahawks is only leading by 0.2. If either Mahomes or Rashee Rice makes a mistake, all right? So still at commercial break because ESPN loves their commercials. And it was out of commercial break after the end of the third. We had the punt to begin the fourth, and now we're right back at commercial break. All right, still at commercial break. Here we go. Back from commercial break. We get to see this next Chiefs drive up by 14. They're looking to close out this game. First and 10 from their own 5. If they get any type of points on this drive, it might be game. Mahomes in shotgun, going to quick throw this right side for Xavier Worthy. He's going to make one man miss, get past the 10, and brought down near the 15. Gain of about 9. Not been the greatest games for Mahomes, but still been playing solid. It helps that his defense is doing a lot. All right, give up the middle on 2nd and 1 for Kareem Hunt. Gonna get plenty enough for the first. Up near the 20. Yeah, that's a great hole up the middle there for Kareem Hunt. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. Tossing this one left side for Brashard Smith. Gonna have space and room. Past the 40. Another first down carry. And this one's gonna be a gain of roughly 16. But there is a penalty marker down. Probably gonna be called back. Yep. All right, it's a 1st and 16. Mahomes and lone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw, has some time. Step into his right. They're going to be sacked back at the 19. All right, it's Jack Martin getting the sack, his 2nd of the night. As the Commanders look to hold on to this game in any way they can. Another pick, a Rashee Rice fumble. We want to see if Punk will get his first win this week. So Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. On 2nd and 17, looking to throw. Rolling left. Mahomes will keep it up, passing this one now. That's Rashee Rice down to the 44. And a first down for Kansas City. I thought he might have passed the line there, but nah. Yeah, nice throw into a window of Commanders there. Rashee Rice finds the open space. Oh, please tell me they at least called. Yeah, okay. There was a taunting then on Rashee Rice. He threw the football at the helmet of a Commanders defender. So a great play to pick up 20 plus is now going to lose 15 due to the taunting. All right, 1st and 10. Mahomes alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Motioning someone into the backfield to his left. Ball on the 29-yard line. They give up the middle to Isaiah Pacheco. Gonna bounce it left side with space. Gets up to about the 42. Yeah. There was last night the DK Metcalf taunting or unnecessary roughness penalty that lost the Steelers the game. It was like he went to poke the eyes of Quay Walker, who a few years ago he had his own issues with like after the plays shenanigans. But he held his own in that moment and they won the Packers the game. So I have to give him massive props for that. He was asked afterwards as well about like if 2022 him would have let that slide, and he's instantly said no. Handoff up the middle, gonna gain about 3 up to the 45. That is Pacheco on the carry. You're safe for now. There's still time for a mistake to be made. There's still time. 2nd and 6. Mahomes looking to throw. Stepping up, rolling left. Gonna break off 1 sack. Looking, throwing cross body. That's gonna be caught by Noah Gray. Up to the plus 39. As there is a commander slow to get up afterwards as well. And we head to a commercial break due to injury timeout. Alright. Still at commercial break. Still at commercial break. Yeah, this YouTube TV potentially losing ESPN commercial. So this happens like every 2 years, man. I swear. That's a tough one for Toronto. All right, just coming back from commercial break. It's Javon Kinlaw who was slow to get up. That could be a tough loss for this Commanders defense. See how long he's out for. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. Going to hand this off up the middle for Kareem Hunt. He has space to the 32 before being brought down. Arm cramp. Oh, an oblique? That could be tough. That could be tough. All right, 2nd and 3 now. And they're going Wildcat here. And now being shifted to Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. Going to play action and look to throw. Mahomes throwing right side, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Noah Gray had a step and would have been a walk-in touchdown, but just off the mark. 3rd and 3 coming up. All right, Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. Rashee Rice going to be getting the pass here left side, and that is enough for a first to get down the sideline to about the 20. Next week, Monday Night Football is the Cardinals and Cowboys. Fine, sure, whatever. Next week, Sunday Night Football is Seahawks and Commanders, but they're both wearing throwback uniforms for that game, so I'm fine with that matchup. But Cardinals and Cowboys? Oh my god. Mahomes in shotgun, the handoff up the middle for Isaiah Pacheco is going to get about a yard, maybe 2. 8.5 to play in the game. Second and 8 coming up. We're also getting a glimpse at what the Monsters Inc. broadcast will look like, and it looks dumb as hell. I love it. Mahomes passed over the middle, caught by Rashee Rice. He is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the Chiefs, that's the dagger. An 18-yard touchdown reception for Rashee Rice. And that is the dagger. A 20, soon to be 21-point lead with 7:50 to play in the game. This was a tough one for the Commanders. Yeah. The extra point, it is good. That is 46 career game with 3 passing touchdowns. Tied for the most in first 9 seasons of a career. The quarterback he is tied with is that man right there, Dan Marino. 46 games of 3+ passing touchdowns in the first 9 seasons. As we're at commercial break. Yeah. Still at commercial break. Yeah, I mean, he most likely will get to 47. But it's still crazy that, that so many of them, Dan Marino is still in the top 5 of so many different record books for like starts to a career and let's just in general passing wise. Like him in the modern era would be unstoppable. They were at commercial break. Kickoff going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders will begin from the 35. All right. Mariota alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. As there's movement up front before the snap, a false start on the Commanders. Going to go back early in this drive. Mariota in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 1st and 15. Has some time, a dump off left side is off them. Jeremy McNicholas didn't even try to catch that ball. It was relatively on target. He would have lost a few yards anyway, so smart play, but just a weird looking decision there. But again, it's smart play. So Mariota alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Commanders have less than 50 yards of offense in this half. Mariota to throw. Pressure coming, gonna step up and take it himself. And gets tripped up to about the 35, maybe the 36. It's a 3rd and long coming up. All right, 3rd and 9. Mariota alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quick pass over the middle is going to be incomplete. Zach Ertz wasn't ready for the pass. Bounces off his hands, and the Commanders go 3 and out. Commanders go 3 and out. They were moving the ball well in the first half. They just weren't finishing drives. They have not been moving the ball well in the second half, pretty much at all. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 24. Trying to find space down the right side. Past the 30, past the 35, and down to the 39. There is a penalty marker down. It's a holding against the Chiefs. Gonna push them back to begin this drive. We head to a commercial break once again. The Blue Jays have a lead. Blue Jays have a one-run lead in the top of the 7th. Yeah, like I'm not. I don't actually like have the game properly on in the background. I have like a play-by-play in my ear right now. So from what I can hear of that play, yeah, it does seem kind of crazy. Yep, at commercial break. What is this? Guardians of the Galaxy graph? What ESPN? What the hell? No, this is great. Why is Mahomes Star-Lord? What is that great? What is that animation? Why is Mahomes Star-Lord recreating the intro of Guardians of the Galaxy? Hand off of the middle gets 4, and that's how we begin the drive. No, I need to run that back. I don't care, run that back. Run that back. Wait, I need to see that again. Run that back. Damn. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. They're focusing on killing clock here. Mahomes looking to throw. Pressure coming in, gonna be stacked. Back at the 6-yard line. Penalty marker is down. I'm just saying this is roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness. They're gonna say unnecessary roughness, aren't there? Because he slammed him down after the whistle. Whistle blow, then yeah. They're calling that unnecessary roughness. That's crazy. Commander's defense makes a great play, and then it instantly gets negated because of some dumb shit. All right, 1st and 10. First and 10, now on the, what's that, 23-yard line? Yeah, Mahomes under center. Play clock winding down. Handoff to Kareem Hunt, left side, is going to get nothing. Stuffed at the line. But the key thing is you're able to kill clock here. All right, quick pass left side to Xavier Worthy on 2nd and 10. He's trying to flip the field. Has some blocking. Pass to 25, pass to 30, and out of bounds near the 34. Gonna get a first down out of that somehow. The Chiefs are at Buffalo next week before entering the Chiefs' next 4 games. Are not easy. At Buffalo, then they play Denver and the Colts. That's going to be a very interesting stretch. Mahomes going to hand this off up the middle to Kareem Hunt. Will get stuffed at the line for no gain, as they're going to focus on killing more clock here. Second and 9. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Give to Pacheco up the middle. He has space. Enough for a first down. Ball comes loose there. But I think he's going to be ruled down by contact. Penalty marker down as well. Pacheco is hobbling to the sideline. Oh, yeah, his right leg got caught. And yeah, he's down by contact. Holding against the Chiefs is the penalty. There's going to be a first and 20. Under 4 minutes to play in the game. Yeah, that's a tough one for Pacheco. His night's probably done. Hopefully it's not severe, though. But with only 4 minutes to play up by 21, there's not a point of risking putting it back out there. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. 2nd and 14 coming up. Going to hand this off to Kareem Hunt left side. He's going to get those 4 yards right back. 4 yards on the play. Maybe 5. All right, 3rd and 9. Yeah, they're going to be able to kill this clock to under 3 minutes before potentially having to punt this one away. All right, Pacheco seems good along the sideline. He stretched out that knee a bit. Chiefs call their first timeout as they focus on killing as much time as possible here. And we're going to go to a commercial break. All right, at commercial break, about 3:10 remains in the game. And at commercial break. Still at commercial break. Yeah. This seems like a crazy game 3, though. Hey, there's a commercial for tomorrow night's Frozen Frenzy in the NHL. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Mahomes alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quick pass to Rashee Rice, right side. Is going to get about 2 or 3. So they're going to be able to kill this to about 2.5 to play in the game before having to punt this one away to Washington. All right. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 5, gets up past the 10, past the 15, past the 20, and brought down into 21. Yeah. What do you think? Does this have a chance of going extras? Do you think? All right, Mariota looking to throw in first and 10. Pass right side is tipped at the line and incomplete. Yeah. Second and 10. Mariota looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught and pick up about 5, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Dak Ertz on the reception, but not much going after catching it initially. 2 minutes to play in the game. 21-point lead for the Chiefs. They look to get to 5-3 on the season. Would still be in third place in the AFC West, but they'll be tied for second. Technically in third place of the AFC West, but that's a 3-horse race in that division. All right, at commercial break. At commercial break. Still at commercial break. Yeah. Although, like, what in the CS, didn't Shohei struggle a bit? So the fact he just turned it on here for the World Series. It's fair. Or was that the DS? All right, just coming back from commercial break. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right, 3rd and 5. 3 receivers to the left. As there's movement up front before the snap, it's a free play for the Commanders. Pass left side is intercepted. Up past the 40 and return to the 35. But it's a free play. There's movement up front. And it's going to be a free first down. So 1st and 10, Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw. Mariota with some time, a dump off over the middle is caught by Jeremy McNicholas. And he gets 9. Clock will continue to run. Mariota rolling right on 2nd and 1, going to stumble and take it himself and get a first down, gain of 2. Took it himself, stumbled a bit, got 2 yards. Ball came loose at some point. I think they're going to just give him the first there. The clock continues to run. End up now they're marking him short. 3rd and 1. Mariota in shotgun, back to his right. Going to give this up the middle. That's enough for a first down up to about the 43. And one more play is needed. There's a 2-second difference between play and game clock. So Mariota in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Has some time, rolling right. Still looking and gonna pass this, which is intercepted. It's picked off near midfield, and that will do it. The second interception thrown by Marcus Mariota tonight. There is a penalty. Damn, that's crazy. All right, Shohei, yeah. Respect, man. Yeah, he's obviously been worth that contract. Crazy. Were they calling I guess they're calling a late hit there against the Chiefs? Oh, he took his helmet off while on the Commander's sideline. It's not gonna matter. They might have picked up the flag. Again, it doesn't matter. It's Chiefs ball still nonetheless. Yeah, this was a rough one for Washington. But there's Mahomes to knee this one down, and that will do it. Your final, the Chiefs 28, the Commanders 7. And it was a dominant victory for the Chiefs. Just straight up, it was a dominant victory. And one that, and a very nice one on top of that. That's their 9th straight win against Washington. That's actually a crazy stat because that's over the course of 20 plus years. Crazy. But that will do it. And that wraps up week 9. Power rankings goes up tomorrow. Predictions on Wednesday. Then Thursday night, the Dolphins begin week 9 against the Baltimore Ravens, which means that we're going to have a post-game video up on Friday. But yeah, next time I'm live is Thursday night. The Dolphins look to make it a 2-game win streak they're on after a nice win against the Falcons. We'll go from there. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. Hope to see you all again soon. See you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.